Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the podcast. It's a Lituation. Is it a conversation? It's a situation? I don't know, but before the end of the show, you will know exactly what we're about. So, I want to go ahead and introduce myself and everyone else for today's episode. My name is Derek Walker, and I'm a graduate of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Hi, I'm Candy Kyler, and I'm a graduate of Tuskegee University, the pride of the swift growing South.
Hey family, Natalie Nelson Parker here, and I am a proud graduate of the Epicenter of Black Liberation Theology, the ITC in Atlanta.
Okay. What's going on, y'all? I'm Mickey Grace, and I am the predominantly white institution here. I went to Northern Illinois University, and I am also very proud to be a graduate of that school.
Black at it again, black at it to win. It's your boy B. I am also a predominantly white graduate. University of Arkansas, Little Rock, you feel me? But nah, let's go. I'm ready. Let's get
Let's
into
rock
it.
this, man.
What
So
we talk about today?
the first episode is called The School Network. And this is where we want to talk about your network of friends and who you're dating, who you connected with. So what should you expect on your first day? Just real quick, just tell me what did you expect to happen and then what actually happened on your first day? Well, I stole
All the things.
You probably can't tell. I was a member of the marching band, so my first day of even being on the campus was my first day for band camp. And at the time, we had to show up, and the parents were there, and it was all like, "Oh, we welcome you." As soon as the parents left, "All right, you a freshman, you a crab, shave your head." We switched rooms. It was 4 people to a room, and we had to wake up at like 4 in the morning. It was crazy. I was like, "Get me out of here! I don't want to be here. This ain't school. I don't want to do this." But that was my first day. I expected something a little more like pleasant and like what you see in the movies. Not at all. What happened?
So you was disoriented.
I was disoriented. I was discombobulated.
Man, so do y'all think the first day of school is disorienting? Did y'all have a
I
disorienting?
did. I had a very disorienting experience. The very first day of class, the main arts and science building was on fire.
Oh.
It was lit.
Quite literally.
At 8 o'clock in the morning, we sitting on the bench like, what we do? I was a freshman. I knew nothing. I was like,
Wow.
yeah.
What about you, Nat?
Well, my first day of school was disorienting. One, because I've never been away from home, really, and so there was that. And then I had to drive to another community, and that was very interesting, like leaving my home and going to a different one. But then my first day on my HBCU campus was disoriented because my financial aid didn't hit, my classes.
Oh, we gonna go straight
You go to the president's office, they send you to this office and in that office. But one thing I think that taught me is like, no matter how disoriented you get, you find your tribe. You get connected to that lady in financial aid, so next semester you don't have that problem. And it just prepared me for other moments in life that I think make you who you are.
Yeah. I think that, right, like for me, my first day went pretty well. I think it was the first week that kind of threw me into like that disoriented place. Because I had the same issue with the financial aid. Like, I think at all schools, the financial aid office is like, they didn't tell me before I got there. Yeah. They didn't tell me before I got there that you had to have your balance down before you're able to enroll for the next semester, right? But the first week they sent me a bill though, right? So me being, 18, 19, I'm concerned. I'm at my computer literally like crying, like I'm not gonna be here because this, I didn't understand.
You was
I was But you know what? One thing I would say, I don't know if y'all have these on HBCU campuses, but the PWI, you have like a Center for Black Studies. And I got connected.
We're all black. Yeah,
Right.
Like Center for Black Studies.
Okay,
I'm black, y'all.
But we understand.
Yeah, you get connected to that Center for Black Studies, and that's like your HBCU on campus,
I get it, but I get it. HBCU,
I ain't gonna do that.
Really?
Nah, listen, man. My first day, I was happy because it was freedom.
Yeah.
Mom Dukes didn't let me go to the mall by myself till I was like 16, 17.
Man.
Oh. Yeah. No, I get it.
I
I get
relate.
it.
I got let loose, bro.
No.
Oh, we saw the
Yes.
Man,
That was a former life.
what do you think somebody? He said a former life. What could somebody have shared with you about that moment and how to prepare you for like your first day of school?
Yeah, I mean, more so just understanding the responsibility of that freedom. Because that was my downfall. I actually did like flunk out of school.
Really?
At one point, just because, absolutely. Because listen, it was freedom and it was lit.
No, I get it. That makes sense. Like,
It was in these streets.
and that's really important. Like for some, just first generation college students. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
goodness.
When
yes.
no one knows what to tell you, you're the only, or you're the first person who's been in that
Yeah.
situation. Now, what's something that you would wish someone maybe would have shared with you?
Yeah, so for me, not only am I first generation college student, I'm first generation American. So my parents are from Jamaica. So there's like a whole situation.
Welcome to Jump Rock.
It was like, you 18 now, you figure it out. But I think what I wish somebody would have told me then that is important now and important all throughout my life, like find a mentor, find someone who
Absolutely.
is where you want to be, that you can relate to, that you can pattern after, and that can help guide you along the process.
Multiple mentors.
Yeah, absolutely. And in multiple stages of your life.
Absolutely.
And then when you become a mentor, you always continue reaching back. Because that relationship goes both ways, right? You learn something from the mentor, and the mentee teaches them something as well. So I think that's so important. So find your person on your campus,
Right.
wherever it is, whether it's HBCU, PWI, you learning from school, home, wherever you are, find that person to kind of anchor you during those disoriented times in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
Nikki, what about you? Like,
I would say,
Go ahead.
what you was gonna say?
No, I was just like asking you, like, if you could share some advice
Yeah,
to
for
somebody,
sure, for
like,
sure.
what would that advice be?
So I didn't necessarily find a mentor, but I found a club.
Not a nightclub, like not dancing.
No,
and-
not the Kiki Club. We didn't have no clubs in the campus. It was literally campus in the cornfield. That was it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was real DeKalbian. But anyway, so one of the first organizations that I joined was the Black Student Union, and I think for me, I was afraid. Like I was so studious because I was afraid that I wasn't gonna make it, you know? So I hankered down. That's why I was in my room crying about the financial aid.
Right.
But I joined the Black Student Union as a freshman. They had this little pageant called Mr. and Mrs. Freshman BSU, and I was like, I'm doing it, you know? And luckily, like, everyone who was on the executive board of the BSU were like all juniors and seniors. And I ended up being a part of that event. One, get your Miss Freshman BSU 2012.
Spit your information.
Spit your information. Now I gotta bring out my line jacket. Joking. But, right, so the cool thing about that, they were all upperclassmen, we were freshmen, and they really took us in, you know, and we learned a lot from them. And those folks that were on that e-board then, those are some of my closest friends to this day, like my A1, day one friends. So I think that if you can't find a, mentor, formally, join an organization.
Find your tribe.
Yeah, find your tribe.
I think that's good advice. I think that's good insight. Yeah, what's up?
Don't be too thirsty looking for the mentor. Like, especially as a freshman.
Right.
Don't come out like,
Don't
you
force
be my
it.
friend. You just gotta let it happen naturally. You know, you gotta, just embrace who comes around you. Yeah, joining clubs absolutely is helpful, especially at predominantly white institutions. Because honestly, you do. That's how I found most of the black people at my school was through, joining clubs, being around folks and having them conversations. But yeah, just don't be too thirsty. Don't do that. It's endless.
And I think all in all is just take your time, enjoy the moment, embrace the moment, and just recognize opportunities where they are.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Can I close with this before we end?
Go ahead.
I would say be careful with the friends that you choose. So as you're choosing your tribe, make sure you're choosing people that are like-minded or the mind that you achieve to have.
That sounded smart.
That's the word.
That's it.
That's
That's
The word, sis.
Right there.
Let's put a little bow on it. Well, with that being said, this has been the first edition of Lituation, the school network. Some tips about who you should connect with and what your first day may be like. In fact, on your first date, let us know what happened. Let us know what happened and what was going on. We may be host it and see what's happening with that. We want to feedback with you. So that'll be a wrap for the first episode of the Lituation. We out.
Stay lit, y'all.